Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Comedian Singularity, where everything in life begins with a laugh. My name is Dr. Dan, and I will be your co-host for today. Now, you may all wonder, why Comedian Singularity? Well, you all know that 13.1 billion years ago, the universe, there was a Big Bang that happened, and whatever you see here today is the result of that. So in life, when you meet someone and they make you laugh, it's the beginning of a new friendship. So this is what we wanted to bring here today. So we're gonna have 12 comedians for today's show, and they will all have 10 minutes to make you laugh like there's no tomorrow. And we want you guys to have a good experience, so they have all original content. And the key here is that we all want them to have a 30-minute sitcom show on Netflix or Hulu. That's what the purpose of this show is for. Now, I'm not a comedian, but I'm gonna try to do something here and make you laugh. Now, I'm gonna have, this show is actually co-produced with the Four Corners comedian. Brock Snyder is the one who brought all those incredible comedians together and to be able to all impress you here today. Now, I recently heard that the company, the Sweden company IKEA, is coming here to town and is sponsoring a lot of new schools in the DMV. This is very generous of their part, but it's gonna be a bitch to assemble, right? Now, I just got a new job. I'm very, very excited about it. And the company decided to put 500 people under me. And then I realized that the job is cutting grass at a cemetery. Until I knew that. And then I decided to not take the job. Just recently, I actually put a deposit on the new Porsche. And I was so excited that I posted on Facebook. And I said, I'm so excited I could not wait for my new 911 to arrive. And right, like 10 minutes after that, I got 4,000 requests from Muslim extremists. I don't get why, but that was the whole point. But anyway, I'm going to introduce my good friend Brock Snyder, and he's going to basically introduce all the comedians to you. Brock, the floor is yours.
Woo! How we feeling tonight, everybody? Comedian Singularity, keep clapping. Woo! Yes! Working out, okay, 3 more, 2 and 1, okay. Woo, I need a cigarette after that. Anyway, thanks so much for coming out today. My name is Brock Snyder. I'm gonna be your host for today. Thanks a lot, Dr. Dan, for attempting to do comedy as well. Pretty good, pretty good. I've been doing comedy for a bunch of years. I produce comedy shows at bars and restaurants. We ran a show at an old folks home once. You ever been to these places? Cool, don't go. They're not fun. They're not. We got paid in sugar cookies, which is super cool. There was a woman there that I was really connecting with at this old folks home. I don't know what it was about her. She just had this air to her, and I was immediately attracted to her. I'm like, Miss, I don't know what it is about you, but I feel like I would have really liked to have caught the clap from you back in the 50s. She was like, Sonny, I totally would have given it to you. It's like, all right, miss, let's go find a broom closet. Figured that out. I got to tell you, some of you ladies out there, so sorry. I'm no longer single, off the market. Met my girlfriend, thank you. Met my girlfriend online. Got her, like I get most things, online, okay? Shoe fit perfectly. I know what you're thinking, Brock, did you get laid the first night? Yes, I did. And I was wearing this jacket, so. But no, I met my girlfriend, and I feel like when you meet somebody, you know, whether or not you drop the L-bomb at the same time. My girlfriend said that she loved me, but she was hammered and was not going to remember it, so I refused to say it back to her. Fast forward a month or so, we are at LA Fitness applying for a gym membership. Let me continue to the story. I did not get the goddamn gym membership. Okay, we walk in, this girl asked my girlfriend a very unusual question. She's like, hey, miss, what are your current health goals? Without hesitation, my girlfriend's like, I want to lose 20 pounds, but I refuse to quit drinking. Oh my God, I'm gonna propose this bitch right here. I didn't even know that was an answer. Neither did the girl that was asking us all these questions. She just checked the box for alcoholic, and now I pay $7.99 extra per month. I got that going on for us. Fast forward a couple weeks later, you know, I feel like if you really love somebody, you should be able to knock it out of the park for their birthday. So my birthday came along. She surprised me with a stripper, with a party bus that didn't have one, but 2 stripper poles in it. Why? Because she knows me. And catered Panda Express. I know, I immediately started crying as soon as I saw this. All my friends saw me. My birthday went downhill from there. Then her birthday came along. I'm like, all right, I'm going to get this girl. Like, I'm going to get her favorite thing in the world. So I'm like, babe, here's $50. You can have whatever you want at your favorite place, Taco Bell. She was like, he does love me. Those of you not laughing, you are a Chipotle crowd, and I hope you get salmonella. Okay, we had a blast, all right? I had a Baja blast. She had a blast about an hour later after she processed the Taco Bell. That is a poop joke, America. Eat it up. What? Anyway. And I feel like we've combined bank accounts, and that's a pretty tough thing because, we'll have like our rent is around the corner. I didn't pay my cell phone bill yet. We got to pay the car bill. I'm like, babe, we got all these bills stacking up. What are we going to do? She's like, is the Netflix still on? It's like, yeah, that's like $12. She's like, okay, I think the rest will just fall in place. We'll just figure it out. But it's tough to love a comedian, Like, I really give her mad props because comedians are crazy people. But I wasn't always a comedian. Back in the day, my mother came to me at 9 years old with that classic sports dilemma, like, what sport are you going to do? But it wasn't baseball or soccer or football. She's like, you're going to choose between two things, tap dancing and baton twirling. The choice is yours. And I still got the jazz split to prove it. Okay, yeah. So why can't you look me in the eyes right now? What is that about? Anyway, guys, we're going to get this thing going because we got a lot of really funny comedians we got to get to. The first comedian coming to stage, not only does he make his own homemade cookies, but he's also one of the most amazing comics in the DMV. Give it up for my man, Mr. Keith Corey. Clap it up for Keith Corey, everybody. Woo!
Give it up for Brock, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. All right, how you guys doing? You guys are good? You guys are good? Good. I'm glad to be here. I know that was weird. He said I can bake my own cookies and just don't look like I can do anything, so that creeps people out automatically. I'm having a good day. I'm trying to better myself. Trying to better myself. And I'm just broke. Anybody broke? Okay, I believe that. Anybody ever been to the point in their life they so broke somebody else's struggle sounds like some good advice? Anybody? Just me? I got in an argument with one of my old uncles over Christmas, and he was just telling me about his brokenness back in the day and trying to compare it to mine now, and it didn't make any sense. He was like, Keith, back in the day, we was so broke, we had to wash our paper plates. The whole time I was just staring at him, I was like, that's a good idea. That's a great idea. I hate it, man. I'm at the point in my life I'm so broke, I whisper when I ask for stuff from people because I'm too embarrassed to be heard out loud. You know what I mean? I be calling the McDonald's asking stupid questions. Hey, so how far does your free Wi-Fi stretch? My apartment is on the 10th floor. I hate it, man. You can't date when you're broke. It sucks. I usually meet a lot of young ladies that just want to eat. Just tell me you're hungry, and we'll, settle this right then and there. But they never do, and I always meet a lot of ladies that, pick where we want to go on the first date, and it never works out. You know what I mean? Because women do not care about your budget at all as a man. You're nodding your head, sir. I made the mistake of letting this one young lady pick where we were going to go, and just by the ambiance of the restaurant we went to, I knew I wasn't supposed to be there financially. As soon as we walked in, we was holding hands, and I looked, and I was like, yeah, the lights are too dim. I'm walking out on this check. I'm walking out. I try to go in the bathroom and calm myself down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Go in the bathroom, use the bathroom. I go to wash my hands in the sink, and they had rocks in the bathroom sink. You guys ever been to a restaurant where they had rocks in the bathroom sink? I'm not supposed to be there. I'm not supposed to be there at all, but it freaked me out. We ended up going back to my place to watch some movies, right? And we're just sitting in my bed. She gets up and just goes to my bathroom. And I'm just sitting waiting for her for like 20 minutes. And I'm like, what is she doing? Just chilling, waiting on her. She comes back in my room and just starts yelling at me. She's like, oh, my God, Keith, did you know you had rocks in your bathroom sink? You must make a lot of money at your job. Oh, my God. And I couldn't lie to her, so I just looked her dead in the face. And I was like, actually, I was cleaning out my goldfish tank. But if you still want to fool around later, you can still do that. It's cool, though. I made 2 mistakes out of my whole life, everybody. I went to Everest College. And then I graduated Everest College. If you guys don't know what Everest College is, it's a college with a commercial on TV right now. And that's where the joke should stop. That's where the joke should stop. But it does not. If you've never seen an Everest College commercial, it's a black dude standing in the middle of Best Buy parking lot. And he's just telling people to go to Everest College. That's the whole commercial. And I listen like an idiot. Hate that school, man. Nobody appreciates my degree. The most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me, a manager bust out laughing in my face when he saw my resume. I went to Everest College. And before that even happened, I'm just like, this is some unprofessional stupidity right here. Before that even happened, I was just sitting across the table from him. I'm like, I know I got the job. I know I got the job. I'm dressed nice. I got a haircut. I answered all the questions. I know I got the job. And he's just looking at my resume. He's like, all right, Keith, everything checks out. But here, though, it says you went to Everest College. Really? I'm just like, you know what? Screw Red Lobster. I don't even know why I'm here. This is BS. I'm trying to better my life. I'm allergic to shellfish. Hate it, man. I would have thought like my family would have been proud of me because I graduated college too, but they're not. I gave my grandmother my degree when I graduated Everest College like 3 years ago, right? And over my grandmother's house, there's a wall of achievements in the family. You want to be on that wall so everybody can see what you've done and be proud of you. You know what I mean? And I just moved back in the area, so this past Thanksgiving was the first time I got to spend time with my family in a long time. So on the way to my grandmother's house, I'm just sitting in the car, and I'm like, I know my degree is going to be on that wall. I'm going to be proud. I'm going to tear up a little bit. I'm just thinking about it. Get to my grandmother's house, go to the wall, and at the top of the wall is a picture of my grandmother because she's the matriarch of the family, right? Under that was her children's college degrees, right? And then under that was her grandchildren's stuff from like high school, right? And then under that was her great-grandchildren's stuff from like elementary school, right? And then under that was my uncle's sobriety certificate. And then right on the floor was my Everest College degree. And I did cry. I cried. I got that out. And I had to talk to my grandma. I was like, Grandma, like, why is my degree on the floor? Do you love me? And my grandmother says, maybe it must have failed. So I go back to the wall, and I try to get my degree from behind the radiator. And it was a nail behind my degree, so my grandmother nailed my degree to the floor and installed a radiator in front of it. So I'm talking to you guys now. So this is my therapy. It sucks, man. My grandmother's a crazy person. My grandmother has a Facebook. I believe if you're over the age of 50, you should not be on Facebook. I don't know why my grandmother's on Facebook. She's almost 80. Like, she has no friends. You know what I mean? Like, she got mad because I wouldn't accept her Facebook friend requests. And got mad and called me and just started yelling at me. She was like, I know you see Grandma. Don't do that to Grandma. I was like, actually, I don't. Your profile picture is a question mark. Get off the computer, Grandma. I'm a fan of Facebook. Facebook messed my life up for like 9 years. I was in a relationship for a long time. And when me and my ex-girlfriend broke up, I had to go on my Facebook and change my relationship status from in a relationship to single. And this is what Facebook did. Facebook said I was interested in men and women. And I had it up for 9 years without me even knowing about it. The messed up thing is I do comedy. But outside of me doing comedy, I'm an introvert, and people think I'm shy. And the only people I'm friends with on Facebook are other comedians and people I went to high school with. So when I changed it, Keith Corey is no longer bisexual. He's only interested in women at 2:30 in the morning. I'm pretty sure everybody from my old high school saw that post and was like, oh, so that's why he was so quiet. My grandmother gonna post on my Facebook wall, even though you date men, Jesus still loves you, LOL. I'm like, you know what, Grandma, it's not even cool. So me and my grandmother not friends no more on Facebook. This is a crazy world, man. I always get looks like that, you know what I mean? I'm not a man's man, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not into like sports or cars or anything like how most other guys are. I do know how to cook and I know how to bake, and I guess that throws people off a little bit, you know what I'm saying? When I was growing up, my mother always taught me the lesson of learn how to cook and learn how to clean so I don't have to depend on a woman to do it. And now I'm lonely, so thanks, Mom. It does have its benefits, though. Like, I try to, impress women a little bit if I like them enough, you know what I'm saying? I tried to cook this one young lady some Thai food one time, and it didn't work out. It didn't work out. Yeah, you guys ever, like, work with rice noodles? It's the most scariest thing in the world. A pack this big blew up in my house. You know what I'm talking about. Tried to have the food ready for her when she came. I just opened the door, just noodles all over the place. As soon as I opened the door, it just looked like Jumanji just happened in my house. It's scary. It's wild, though. Like, I usually don't tell a lot of women I know how to cook because they try to take advantage of me. You know what I'm saying? Within, like, the first 2 weeks of knowing a young lady, if I like her enough, I'll have her come over. You know what I'm saying? Fix her something nice. She'll be in the car when she's leaving, calling her friends. Oh, my God, girl, he made me lobster and risotto. I don't even know what risotto is. I think I love him. 3 months later down the line, the gender role switch. She's sitting in my living room with all of her friends, watching my TV, watching like a Sex and the City marathon. Her and her friends are just yelling in the kitchen. And where is our salmon croquettes? We are hungry. You're a grown man in your own house trying not to cry with flour in your hands. Her and her friends thought it was funny to pitch in and get you an apron with your name stitched on it. That's what my life is like. It's cool, though. As I mentioned earlier, my mother taught me a lot of things. Earlier, when I was younger, my mother, I used to hate living with my mother. It wasn't like as bad, but as a teenager, it just kind of sucked. You know what I mean? Like, one of the number one chores I hated doing was doing the dishes. I hated doing the dishes. It used to irritate me, make your hands all wrinkly. Hated doing it. But my mother would always make me do it. And I remember one night I got so mad and frustrated I just cursed at my mom because I didn't want to do it. And I'm just in a room and I'm like, you know what, Mom? I'm not doing this. This is ridiculous. I don't want to do the dishes. I have school tomorrow. You don't have a job. I have responsibilities. I said this all in my head. So my mother sensed the frustration in my face, and she just came in my room and just grabbed me and just dragged me in the kitchen, just threw me in the kitchen. So I was just like, you know what? I'm still not going to do the dishes. So I just pretty much went in the kitchen and just like flopped my arms around in the dish soap. My mother heard that, came in the kitchen, took my arms and did the dishes with my own arms. And I'm like, you could have just did the dishes. I'm pretty sure one of my neighbors was walking past the kitchen window looking in just like, I think we need to call Child Protective Services. This isn't. You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Woo! Keep it clapping for Keith Core, everybody. He doesn't really talk to his mom much anymore, so that's a strained relationship. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, guys, next comedian coming to the stage just made in the top 4 in Magooby's new Comedian of the Year competition. Give it up for my man, Mr. Scott Sees. Scott Sees, everybody. Woo!
Thanks, guys. What's going on? My name is Scott. As you can tell, I am dangerously thin, all right? Very skinny. Very skinny. I am so skinny, when I take my shirt off, I look like a race dog, okay? And not like lean, like underfed. That's what I look like. I have the body type of a dog in a Sarah McLachlan commercial. That's what I'm saying. That's hard. That's hard for me to look this way, because sometimes I'll try to be sensual. You know what I mean? And that's not the joke yet, ma'am. But thank you. Appreciate that. The ego boost. That was nice. It's like I'll try to be sensual. So I'll go to lay down on the bed. It's just the Greyhound bus logo, you know? It's not a good look. It's a copyright issue whenever I lay down. It really is. It is. I was at a show the other night, and I come up on stage. A woman shouts out, "I'm jealous of your thigh gap." Pretty nice. On the list of things that make you feel like a man, it's not high up. It's not high up. I had a single mom growing up. Clap if you had a single mother. Anyone out there have a single mom? Okay, yeah, a couple people. The rest of you, that's okay. Some people need two parents. That's all right. No judgment, no judgment. I was raised by my single mother and my sister. That's come with a couple of effects, all right? One, I love Hugh Grant, okay? I could eat Hugh Grant up. Two, I follow Gwyneth Paltrow's food blog, okay? This is true. And the third effect, the biggest one, I sit down to pee, okay? Don't hang your head in shame, sir. Oh, wow. You don't sit? You had the single mom. You don't sit? Hell no. It's like, I will not cross that bridge with you. I sit. I didn't know standing was an option, I got to be honest. I only sit, and not only do I sit down to pee, but also when I'm done, I wipe, okay? I wipe. Yes. You don't wipe either, right? No. This guy's a man. He lets it dribble, okay? Drop. Why don't men wipe, though, right, ladies? Why don't men don't want to get the urine off their bodies, off their clothes? Because what do you guys do? What do you do instead? You do after you pee? You do the shake. The shake's not good. Because the shake is just getting pee in more places, okay? You got to get it off for you. Get it off. Otherwise, just dribbling right down into your pants. My friends go, a couple drops don't count. I'm sorry. Drops count, right? You're saying you're okay with the fact that your pants contain the same amount of urine as a can of Arizona iced tea. You're okay with that? That's not good. It's not a good standard. See, this is why men are so angry all the time, because they always have pee in their pants. This is true. Men walking around, pants filled with pee. No one's talking about it. Preach. This is all the truth up here. You have pee in your pants right now, correct, sir? Probably. You guys look damp. I think it's from the... Tell you guys are soaked up front. That's good. This guy's sitting on a towel. And then I got a stepdad. You guys got stepdad? You got a stepdad now? That's all right. Tell your mom to keep looking. Plenty of fish in the sea. Plenty of fish in the sea. I have a stepdad. Being a stepdad's hard. I feel bad for mine sometimes. Being a stepdad is like getting hired to be the coach halfway through a basketball game, right? And the only thing the players know about you, for sure, is that you're hooking up with their mom. That's all they know. We got to like this guy? It's like meeting the stepkids is like going into the locker room at halftime. And half the players are like, whoa, what happened to the old coach? And the other half is like, well, maybe we're better off without a coach. You as the new coach got to be like, guys, listen, I would never try to replace your old coach, okay? You don't even have to call me coach if you don't want to. You can build to that. You can just call me Rick. That's all. That's it. That's what being a stepdad is like. That's what being a stepdad is like. As I got engaged recently. Woo. I got engaged to be married. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you. It's fun. I get to use the word fiance a lot now. Get to use a very fancy word for a not fancy life. So I get to say things like, oh, you know, for dinner last night, my fiance and I ate 30 pizza rolls. So good. Frozen. My friends come to me for advice on relationships now. I got one friend who always gets into fights with his girlfriend. He comes to me, he's like, oh man, I was getting a fight with my girlfriend last night. I was getting so frustrated with her, so mad, I just ended up punching a hole right through the wall. You know what I mean? No. No idea. I can't punch a hole through the wall. First of all, I rent, okay? You understand? I can't punch a hole through the wall. I'm not even allowed to hang up pictures, according to the lease. Start punching holes, the security deposit, that's gone, all right? Also, I'm not strong enough, right? I need help pulling apart the shopping carts at the grocery store. I can't punch through solid wall. They're struggling. I look like I've lost my mom at the grocery store, and I'm pulling apart shopping carts. That's what I look like. You got pee-pee pants, exactly. That your mantra, you're the pee-pee pants, pee-pee pants. As you guys drive, clap if you drive. Clap if you drive. Woo! Oh, yeah. Everyone. Very good. You guys ever, I was driving earlier today. I saw a whole bunch of ducks crossing the road. You ever see ducks cross the road? Beautiful sight to see. Beautiful sight. Everyone stops for the ducks, right? No matter what's going on. Red light, green light. See the ducks? You stop. Oh, how cute. Human crosses the road? The hell are you doing, asshole? What the hell? I'll kill you. Get angry. You guys get road rage? Oh, yeah. You look like a psychopath. You look scary. Get angry. People merging at the wrong time. Angry people not using a turn signal. Angry people going the speed limit. Going the speed limit. The speed limit is the only law we have that if you follow it, people are going to get pissed off. It's the only, oh, you're doing 35 and a 35? Well, up yours, Grandma. Like, why? Holy moly. What's your go-to thing to shout at on the road? That's right. That's right. That's not safe for work. I go to flea markets a lot. Went to a flea market last week. Flea markets are very fun. If you've never been to one, a flea market is basically just an outdoor Walmart where every cashier is addicted to meth. That's what a flea market is. They're very scary. Stepdad loved flea markets. Stepdad taught me about a whole bunch of things I'd never heard. He taught me about the phrase balls to the wall. And all the boys say it. All my friends go, we're going balls to the wall tonight, son. We're going balls to the wall tonight. I'm taking out my balls. I'm putting them on this wall. Why is that fun? I'm going to have to clean the wall? Well, now there's pee on the wall. Great. Never heard my mom say anything like that, right? Never heard her going out with her friends like, come on, gals, tonight we're hitting the town. Tonight we're going clits to the ceiling. Let's go. All right, guys, I'm Scott Cease. Thank you so much for the time. Appreciate it.
Guys, keep clapping for Scott Cease, right? So cute. Love Scott Cease. You guys are going to, next time you pee, you're all going to think about that. You're like, oh, man, like maybe I should, but I'm already here. Someone throw me some TP. Okay, I'm at the urinal. I don't know how to do this. Anyway, guys, the next comedian coming to the stage, he's done comedy all over the Eastern Seaboard. Just moved to New York. We are lucky to have him here. Give it up for the man of many voices, Mr. Alex Starr. Woo!
Give it up for Brock Snyder in the building doing this thing. You guys having a good time so far? Everybody's hanging out and having a good time all the way from New York City. I didn't think I was going to make it here today. I am Forrest Whitaker eye-tired right now. Like, it's been crazy, man. No, I recently performed in New York. Like, I moved to New York, and I performed in New York last night, and I didn't have a good set, and this lady screamed out. But what I realized as a performer, when you're not having a good set and someone screams out, it's not them screaming out. It's more so what they say that could hurt you. Like, when I wasn't having a good set and this lady screamed out, she didn't scream out anything regular. Like, she didn't scream out, boo! She didn't say that. Or she didn't scream out, get off stage! She didn't say that either. I was having a horrible set in New York, and this lady screamed out, what in the hell is going on? Which in my mind made me think maybe she thinks comedy has stopped and something else has started. And what was even worse than that is when she screamed out, "What in the hell is going on?" It was a guy on the other side, and he answered her. Like, she screamed out, "What in the hell is going on?" And the guy on the other side was like, "Man, hell if I know." I think it's just like a New York thing. Like, I was walking down the street one time in New York, and some lady just screamed out, "If I don't find my ponytail, ain't nobody leaving." Looked at it, I was like, "How, Sway?" And here's the difference, like with DC and New York, the only difference is in DC, you could tell who's crazy on the train before those doors close. Like, we all been on the train in DC and saw somebody like, "Oh, I'm going to the next car." In New York, you can't tell who's crazy until those doors close. I think the doors closing in New York sounds like this to a crazy person. End action. Because it's usually somebody you don't think it is. Like, you step beside them, they're wearing a suit. And as soon as those doors close, here he goes. "I talked to Jesus today. And he told me to punch a baby in the face." I did. Some lady on the other side of the train, "What in the hell is going on?" And I missed my Amtrak like coming down here, so I had to take Megabus. I'm going to tell you this. You know, right? Megabus is the most ghetto form of transportation you will ever take in your life. I knew it was messed up. This is how the Megabus driver pulled up to the first rest stop. "All right, y'all." Anytime somebody professional starts off a sentence with, "All right, y'all," it's all downhill from there. "All right, y'all. Y'all got 15 minutes. If you're not back on this bus in 15 minutes, I will leave you." Some innocent Indian woman stood up and was just like, "Is there a bathroom inside?" You know what the Megabus driver said? "All right, now you got 14 minutes and 55 seconds. Another lady stood up on the bus. "What in the hell is going on?" Edibles kicked in right on time. Now I'm going to skip over that joke. It's all good. It's a Trump nation now, baby. It is a Trump nation now. But you ever think, like, with Donald Trump being in office, does Barack Obama really talk like that? Like, as the first black president, Barack Obama, he had to be articulate. He had to be intelligent. But you ever think, does Barack really talk like that? Can you imagine it's like 3 in the morning, somebody's playing on Barack's phone. He picks up, he answers, he's frustrated. Well, you got to stop calling here. You got to stop calling. I mean, it's like your 3rd time calling, and I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting frustrated, and I'm getting tired, and you can't keep calling like this. And Barack Obama is the whitest black dude ever. So if he decides to curse, it's usually not really a curse. Well, you're going to make me say it. You're going to make me say, I'm going to say a bad word. Well, boom, shakalaka. Brock gets frustrated. He calls Jay-Z. Jay-Z picks up, but it's late at night, too. Jay-Z just dropped the album. He had twins. Hove picks up. I mean, you just can't keep calling here like that either. Like, you know, it's really frustrating for me. Like, I'm tired. Like, you know, I'm sleepy. It's messing up my sleeping pattern. And Jay-Z just saying, well, it's messing up my sleeping pattern. Imagine if Jay-Z just couldn't stop laughing. Yes. Jay-Z gets frustrated. He calls Denzel, but Denzel's the one playing on the phone, so Denzel picks up, but all Denzel wants to know is, did you tell him it was him? So Denzel picks up. All right, I need to understand one thing. I need to understand if you told him, huh? Yeah. I need to understand if you told him it was me, because that means I can't call back anymore, huh? I can't call back anymore. I can't have a good time. I can't do what I wanted to do. You know, I'm not doing a movie right now. I was saying, huh? Yeah. You know that. I think the older you get as a black dude, you just make faces and, yeah, you know that, huh? Some lady jumped on the call. What in the hell is going on? You ever ask somebody something and they just say something stupid? Like I was outside and I was talking to this chick and I said, what do you think about ISIS? And she was like, I don't know. I like a lot of them in my drink. I love ISIS. I like ISIS in my tea. I like ISIS in my coffee. I love a lot of ISIS. Bruce Jenner is not the first person from the Kardashian family to make the transition. The first one was Kim Kardashian. She went from man to man to man to man to Ray J to man to Kanye. I don't think we should be mad at Bill Cosby for everything that's going on with him. I think we should be mad at Dr. Huxtable. He was the one with the pills. Bill Cosby was just a comedian. I was on the fence as a black person when that happened with Bill Cosby because I was just thinking, like, who would go back to his room with a voice like that? Like, what were Bill Cosby pickup lines? Like, well, you got to know how to do. Would you go back with somebody that sounds like that? This sounds creepy already. Well, I was looking at you from across the thing. Bill Cosby had to roofie himself. This is a lifetime roofie. Well, you know, all right, real quick. Doesn't seem like Barack Obama buffers when he talks. You ever watch Barack doing his speeches? Doesn't seem like Barack buffers when he talks. Well, if there's anyone out there that still doubts that in America, today is your answer. It's the answer taught for those to be cynical and in disbelief. If I had a son, he'd look just like Trayvon. I wonder if Brock really talks like that. Like Michelle says, hey, Brock, you want to have sex? If there's anyone out there that doubts I do, let this penis be your answer. Yes, we can. All right, lastly, a little bit about myself. Growing up, my dad was paranoid schizophrenic, and he had multiple personalities, and he watched a lot of movies. And sometimes throughout the day, he would become the people that he saw in these movies. Can you imagine asking your dad to read you a bedtime story, and the last movie he watched was Training Day with Denzel? Dad, can you read me a bedtime story? All right, if that's what you want me to do, if you want me to read you a bedtime story, huh? You know I can do that. I can read you any type of bedtime story you want me to read you, all right? There was 3 bears, all right? You know how that story goes. There was Mother Bear. You know Mother Bear was there. You know how the story goes. There was Papa Bear. You know if Mother Bear was there, you know Papa Bear to be there because that's how the story goes, all right? And there was Baby Bear, yeah, huh? They started getting the stuff that was going on in the family and wasn't really going on in the story. You know, Papa Bear looked at Baby Bear and he thought to himself, you know, I never thought Baby Bear looked like me at all. I never thought Baby Bear looked like me at all. I was like, Dad, that's not the story. He was like, all right, yeah, let me start over. Thank you, Alex Starr. Good night.
Woo! Guys, Alex Starr, right? Yes. Love that guy. All right, the next comedian to go on the stage is the last comedian we have for this episode. Give it up for Mr. Martin Phillips. Martin Phillips, everybody.
No, whatever. Hey, look. Hey, I didn't care about it. Hey, what's up, everyone? I gotta tell you, I really like this stage. This white brick background reminds me of my shower, so I'm very comfortable right now. And I'm also very comfortable because usually there's multiple people in there with me. But let me clarify, never a 10-year-old boy. No, so. No, not weird. So I'm good. Okay, here's jokes. Now they're not 8. I text my sister. I was like, hey, what's the Netflix password? And then a few hours after she replied, Grandpa died. And at first I was like, that's the password? Like, no, my grandfather actually, he did pass away, and I was like, oh, goodness. But seriously, what is the password? Like, can we get that taken care of first? And that's a true story how I found out my grandfather died. So, hey, he's okay with it, because he didn't know what Netflix was anyway, so it's okay. I was born in the year of the horse, and lately I've been noticing I have a lot in common with horses. Like, I enjoy having my hair brushed. Actually, that's a joke. It's because I sniff glue. Anyway, I think my birthday was a few months ago. It's a big deal. It happens every year, which sounds like a joke, but a lot of people they can't relate. Like people born on leap year, that's a struggle. 'Cause you don't know what it's like to be 8 years old and a mom. I like that joke. That's up there for me. But my mom sent me a birthday card this year, and inside the card she wrote "Happy Birthday" in quotation marks. Yeah, and after I read that, I thought, wait, is it my birthday? Like, is there something you want to tell me or something? Like, so when I wrote her back, I wrote, "I love you. See you soon." So my birthday, I got this Fitbit. It's a Fitbit. It's not a life alert. But the other day, it told me I've covered the same mileage that penguins march to mate. It's true. The only difference is at the end they had sex. My feet just hurt. So I don't think it was worth it. Here you go. Hey, you guys have good Groundhog's Day, which was months ago. But they say if the groundhog sees its shadow, it's going to be afraid. But I think it's going to be afraid when it sees a bunch of weirdos worshiping it, you know? I'm sure the groundhog's like, hey, I'm the groundhog. I'm a woodland creature. I'm a false prophet. I don't have the answers. Leave me alone. I didn't know what Groundhog Day was at first. I thought groundhog, is that like ground beef? Yeah, like, I love barbecue, dude. Like, hell yes. I used to think barbecue was literally spelled BBQ. And then I realized I was D-U-M. I'm not good at spelling. Ever watch a spelling bee on TV? Like, the kid who wins, he's like so elated. He's like crying. I see that, I'm like, put it together, kid. Like, you're already gonna get beat up on Monday. I don't think like that crying's not gonna help your case there. Right? You can't spell your way out of that one. Like, I actually work at a middle school, so I hate my life. The only difference is they pay me to go now, and it's still not worth it. But anyway, yeah, I work at a school and whatever, so I don't know if there could be a possibility I could get a gun soon, so things are looking up, you know? But, you know, that's a bad idea. Bad idea on multiple levels, and for me, I'm just inexperienced, you know? Like, I think I'd be like a bad shot, you know? Like, God forbid anything happens, you know? But the headline would read, like, school shooter shoots 3 students while teacher accidentally shoots 7 more. I'm just like, So I'm saying I'm not a hero. I'm just part of the problem. Like, that's, you don't want me. It's not good. But I have a niece. She's like 3 years old or something. I don't know. She's not my kid. I don't know. But I don't know. But I'm just the uncle. But, you know, sometimes I see her. I watch TV with her. I watch all these kid shows. They're pretty good. I don't know if you guys heard of Paw Patrol. Yeah, dude, Paw Patrol gets shit done. Like even when my friends call me for help, I'm like, yo, you call Paw Patrol yet? Like, dude, like 911 doesn't always show up, but Paw Patrol does. Like, there's this other show. It's called Dinosaur Train, and it's about these dinosaurs that ride a train. It's very self-explanatory in the title. But now that my niece watches this show, and I have that talk with her. It's like, hey, everyone on the show is gonna die. You're not gonna like the last episode. It's gonna blow you away. Really? Because dinosaurs, okay. But now, so there's this other dinosaur show I don't like, and I'm really familiar with it. I watch Barney now as an adult. And I realize that guy has the worst advice. Like, they go to Barney with their problems, and Barney just goes, hey, well, let's sing a song. It's like, no, Barney, like, you're avoiding this situation right now. Like you are brushing this under the rug. Like, Barney, this is like real fucking life, okay? Like, my dad still hits me. Like, what song do you have for that? Like, or it's like, hey, Barney, like, that song is good and everything, but Sally's having a seizure right now, so maybe we should do something. Just a thought. Yeah, man. Are you guys into the new national pastime of curling? Yo, we want that gold baby is sweeping the nation. See what I did there? Okay. Actually, there was his curler who was found taking steroids. So if you think he was good at curling, you should see him when he's cleaning. Right? People love my curling impression. But he's on steroids, so it's like. But you think that's how they like. That's what curlers do in their off season. They're like janitors and maids, you know, like that's how they recruit. Like, hey, we've seen you up and we like your stuff. Welcome to U.S. curling. Well, the Olympics are cool. Olympics are always cool because it's a chance where nations can compete against one another. The only other time that happens is war. So, if you didn't like the Olympics, it could have been worse. If you don't like war, stay tuned. All right. We're gonna, this is, bit closer, baby. You guys ready? You guys ready? Okay, we're gonna start end this the way we started. So, another funeral joke. It's not my grandfather's, but this other funeral I went to once, the guy and his family, they were atheists. And I don't have a problem with that. I don't care. It's just like, after the ceremony, it's just kind of awkward. Because I don't really know what to say, you know? Like, it doesn't fit always. I was going to say, hey, he's in a better place. Well, I guess he's not. Or I was going to say, hey, you'll see him again. Well, I guess you won't. So I just said, the end. Thank you.
Woo! Big round of applause for Martin Phillips. So, I haven't been speaking to my wife for the past few days. I just don't like to interrupt her. All right. So, I just like to. My wife sent me a message. She said, "Sex is best on vacation." That is the worst postcard I've ever gotten in my life. Now, I went to the doctor last week for a hearing problem, and he asked me, "Can you please describe your symptoms?" I said, "Sure." Well, Homer is the fat guy, Marge has the blue hair, Maggie is a smart person, and Bart is a moron. Now, we will take a 10-minute break, and we will be back. We have like 4 more comedians coming up. You guys can go to the restroom, wipe up the pee from whatever. And, just do not wipe, actually take a cloth. And then we will be back here. Like I said, we have 4 more great comedians, so please don't leave, and we'll see you guys soon. Thanks.